Hey guys, it's Taylor here. Today I'm going to run through what gear's got me excited for 2024. The stuff that's been announced and stuff that's potentially in the works. So let's get into it. So the first one today I wanted to go through was the Heritage Audio i73 audio interfaces. The USB-C audio interface, very much inspired from the Neve 1073 style Class A preamps that are built in. Look pretty awesome. So as you can see, it's got a bit of that vintage vibe with the Neve console appeal. The other thing that's got me excited for the Heritage audio interface comes with DSP powered software and recording effects. So as you can see, there's a bit of tape inspired effects, British channel strip, bass, echo Plex, and then there's this console which I can see being very useful, kind of similar to Universal Audio. Another thing that's got me excited for 2024 is the semi-announced Epiphone Dave Grohl signature model. At NAMM it looked like there was one floating about. As you can see, the Trini Lopez inspired signature for Dave Grohl comes in Pelham blue by the look of it. I'm guessing it's going to be available at some point later in this year. I think that it would be quite a popular model. At NAMM 2024, Friedman announced a new vintage line of amplifiers, which starting with the Plex model. The Plex model looks pretty amazing. It's inspired by the 1968 Marshall that Dave Friedman actually modeled his first Friedman amps off. This has a built-in variac, dual inputs that are internally jumped, which is pretty awesome. In an interview with Tone Guitars, Dave mentioned that there'll be 3 variable bright caps on each channel, including the bass, which is pretty amazing for them potential brighter lower gain sounds. Also, one of the bright caps is in the style of a JTM 45, which I think will be at the preference for a lot of people. And with Dave mentioning the new vintage line, it's pretty exciting to see what they've got in store if they're starting with this Plex amp. Definitely got my hands on one of these. This looks pretty amazing. Staying on amplifiers that are announced in 2024, Vox have announced a Handwired series, which I think everyone was screaming out for a bit of an injection into quality back into the Vox lineup. With the Handwired series, it looks like there's a good array of models. You've got from AC10 all the way up to AC30 Handwired, and then these amps have been popular for a long time now, so I think with this Handwired range coming in 2024, I think we'll see a resurgence of people loving the Vox AC30. A guitar brand that's been generating a lot of buzz and hype in 2024 so far with a new lineup is ESP. There's a substantial amount of guitars announced in the new range for 2024, but I'm just going to highlight a few that really piqued the interest for the style that I like to play. All baritone guitars get me excited, so once I saw that they've announced a 7-string baritone with an Evertune in the EC model range, I instantly knew that I wanted one of these. It looks amazing. Set through neck, black and gold hardware, 27-inch baritone scale length, an Evertune bridge which you just can't go past, and then the new Fluence modern humbuckers in gold. It just looks so good. Looks so classy. The other guitars that have been generating a lot of hype is the single pickup EC range, full thickness, flat top, with the traditional Gibson scale length with a 24 3/4 inch scale. I can see a lot of touring artists leaning towards something like this, a no frills guitar, which I can see a lot of people swapping out more expensive versions of guitars and taking something like this on the road and happily bashing it. Guild is another brand in 2024 that's got me excited with a few additional colors and styles added to their Polara range. As you can see here, they've got a few additional colors and a single pickup model, which I think looks pretty awesome. I reckon this year these guitars will rival the Epiphone and Gibson SGs. With the new colors and the additional features, I can see a lot of people straying away from maybe the larger guitar brand into something a little bit different. With a couple of new finishes for these guitars, I feel like they've really done well at targeting that more alternative rock scene. And then also with the Polara Night Edition, with its all black finish and features, is very much targeted towards the more metal or heavier genres. I can see a lot of people potentially taking a look at this in rival to the ESP Viper model, or again, a Gibson SG. So yeah, I hope to check out the Guild Polara range at some point. Hopefully I can get my hands on one of them. I own a Guild acoustic guitar and it's fantastic quality, so I'm sure that these are cut from the same cloth. Another thing I wanted to briefly touch on was the announcement of the Evertune bass model. The base Evertune model was announced in 2023, but from all accounts and everything I've read online, it's expected to be out in 2024, so hopefully we can see this Evertune bass model released in 2024. I'm sure a lot of guitar brands that have already adapted the Evertune bridge into their guitar range will jump on this bridge being adapted into their bass range pretty quickly as well. So I'm excited for that in 2024. Another guitar that's potentially got me excited for 2024 is the potential collaboration of Lee Malia of Bring the Horizon with Jackson Guitars. It looks like there's a potential signature in the works with a Surfcaster, which seems to be a baritone scale, and with his traditional P90 neck and humbucker in the bridge combination. In a recent interview and video he did for Jackson Guitars, he goes through the specs and it seems like a very interesting and appealing guitar. In the interview with Jackson, he talks about a relic version of the guitar, which the relic version's got me really excited. I think that if I could, I'd probably purchase that because I love a good relic finish. Another artist that's potentially working on a signature model with Jackson is Mike Stringer of Spirit Box. He appears to have a 7-string version with Evertune and baritone scale length also. In a recent interview with Guitar World, he mentions that he's always been obsessed with the classic vibe, which I kind of love in like these genres, having a guitar that's potentially not so focused on looking extremely metal, maybe looking a bit more of that vintage vibe. It's definitely appealing, and if any of these two guitars develop into a signature model, I feel like they're definitely going to be quite popular, and I'm definitely wanting to get my hands on these. So there it is, all the bits of gear that I'm looking forward to in 2024. For everything that's been announced, I'm hoping I can get my hands on them for future demos, and then for everything that's been speculated about, I'm sure we aren't too far off a bit of news. Thanks for watching this video. I thought I'd try a bit of a different format. Let me know if there's anything in the future you'd like me to cover or talk about. Please like and subscribe, and thanks.